I want to speak directly to those who are watching from their nursing home or their assisted living, sitting there thinking, does anybody remember I'm here? Does anybody care about me? I'm telling you, I care about you and we care about you. For over 3 months, you've been completely isolated. No visitors, no family, no outside contact, and many of you don't have the means to do a FaceTime or a Zoom call. Where has been the concern for you? I want to speak directly to Rob in Sauk Rapids, who wrote me an email this week. He hasn't seen his parents since March 11th, including his mom, who has advanced dementia. He writes, "My mom calls and cries every day. I am sick to my stomach. I cry every day. Every morning when I wake up, I wonder if today might be the day I can see my parents, and it isn't." I want to speak directly to Ken in St. Michael. He wrote me last week in an email. He said, "We've been locked out of the facility where my parents have been since mid-March. At the beginning of May, my mother entered hospice. Neither one of my parents has the mental ability to understand FaceTime. My dad has said he would rather die of COVID than to be locked up in what he feels like is prison." I want to speak to Arlene in Madison. She wrote me on Tuesday, "My father just went into hospice today. We as a family can't see him or spend his last days with him. I'm so heartbroken and I'm so angry. He's dying of loneliness and depression. Just yesterday when I was reading through the death certificates, it is now as put on the death certificate as a cause of death, social isolation." If we are going to talk about extending the governor's emergency powers, he needs to do better when it comes to protecting and taking care of our seniors. We have been trying to work with the governors for months, and it falls on deaf ears. We have known since early on that 81% of our deaths due to COVID happen in our long-term care facilities, yet we are not getting 80% of any concern or resources. Not when it came to personal protective equipment, not when it came to testing, and we still have yet to see any sort of guidelines how we get family members to see their loved ones. Testing, the governor prioritized testing on the street. Over 10,000 tests were given to anybody who wanted to walk up and take a test, yet we couldn't get anybody tested in the long-term care facilities. The governor, with his emergency powers, thought it was a great idea to buy a $6 million building to house the remains of those who lost their lives to COVID. We have not seen one body in that building. That $6 million would have been much better spent on a facility, leasing a facility where we could discharge active COVID patients from hospitals, not into the nursing home, but into these facilities. The modeling from the governor, which was kept secret for months, has shown that it's completely off. We have twice as many deaths here in Minnesota than they do in Wisconsin, which has a similar population. The science and data tell us that the governor let Minnesota down. There is no way that we can extend his emergency powers given the track record when it comes to protecting seniors. And until he does that, we will not even entertain the idea of giving him free rein to do whatever he appears to be in his best interest. The governor failed to protect the 3rd precinct, the governor failed to protect our small businesses, and the governor failed to protect our Capitol grounds. And someone just has to say it, the governor really failed when it came to protecting the seniors here in Minnesota. I'm going to continue to say it, and I will not stop saying it until something changes, and that starts with ending his emergency powers. Thank you.